You are live. Okay. And I got a UFO over my head. I'll let that run for a minute. See what happens. Good evening, somebody. Hey, Peggy. No, I'm having tablet problems. The microphone didn't want to work. How's your day been? Eric. Well, happy Sunday to you too. Although I feel like it's been all night already. Time change has got the best of me already. I'm talking about, I think I should have been in bed hours ago. It was dark here at 6 o'clock. I don't know if it might have been before 6. I looked out at 6 o'clock and I'm going, dang, what time is it? Oh, there we go. I don't neither. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, I'm not going back outside. It's dark out there. But it has made me sleepy. I'm going to tell you. It really has. But now uh yeah, yeah. It was pouring down rain earlier. I was talking to somebody on the phone, and man, it was raining. I could hear it. 4:58. Wake Neil up. Neil's already had his time change. He's had a week ahead of us, I think. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Well, I'm waiting. I got to wait about 2 hours. I've been trying to edit that video without deleting that video. Uh, yeah, he's already into tomorrow. Yeah, I did it a week ahead of us. Did it a week. Dang. Somebody might have to stick a finger in my eye to wake me up. Yeah, time's back. The 5 hours is back now. That's what I'm trying to do, Eric. I've been on the big computer because I couldn't do it on here. Uh, I was looking at them today, Peggy. There's still some. The ones out on the end that was real little, they ain't gonna do nothing. They're staying the same. But I do have. I will get another picking. I don't know how many, but there's still some growing. We had to move the guineas out of the brooder. Uh, it was getting too hard to raise the lid and keep them in there when it come uh, uh, they wanted to fly out. Hey, Neil. We temporarily got them moved into a cage because you couldn't feed them. Couldn't open their lid up. If you did, you had guineas flying everywhere. Scott says, I can't take this. I got to catch guineas. He goes, I moved your guineas. I'm like, okay. So I put them in that cage the rabbits used to be in. Okay. It won't be long. We'll be able to let them run out. They just need to be able to fly a little further than what they can right now. Get to where they can. Yeah, the feeder, the brooder they were in, the top has to raise up, and they were jumping out left and right. But it's easier to do a door, just one little something you put your hand in, uh, and keep them pushed back. I'm not sure which cage he was talking about, but because we've had rabbits in different cages, but I'll find out tomorrow. But they'll have to open that half of that. That was two lids on that thing, and you have to open up half of it just to open it up to get the water out and put the food in. And while you're over here doing this, they're flying out over there. They needed a little more room anyway because we've we had to put a splitter in it for them little baby chicks that hatched out. Uh, they're on the. We had to put a divider in it because they would have stunk them baby chicks to death. They're getting big, and the colors and the spots are coming in. So yeah, yeah. How'd you know Oklahoma was getting rain, Peggy? No, Peggy, and it's hard to do. It's just hard to do. Even grown ones is hard to do. Well, he was right because southeast Oklahoma was getting pounded pretty good. Should fill ponds up. Was Who was Neil saying he was bothering a while ago? Hmm. Zoe and were they on? Were they live? I didn't get no notification they were even live tonight. I'd have went over there. Didn't see them. Didn't know they were there. Wasn't even nothing on my home screen that they were live. Well, I'll be doggone. No notification whatsoever. I done give up on everybody tonight. That's why I went live. Let me look here. Not even a notice on the page, up front of the page. I don't know what YouTube is doing. Yeah. I saw a video today. Her little farmer and stuff. Heavy rain. Forming in the bottom of the. I'm here seeing stuff in the corner of my eye. Of the Gulf. Head north, huh? Well, we don't go over here and look, huh? They've only got 3 days of chance of rain, and that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now. 40%, 45%, and 55% on Sunday. Those 3 days. I don't know. Goes north, stays away from me. We got a little bit of rain. Was it yesterday morning? Night before last. But it wasn't. It wasn't nowhere near enough. I've got my doors open right now. I got the front door open, and I had a cat come visit a while ago, meowing at the door. Yeah. Yeah, but Eric, I was saying I was talking to somebody on the phone that told me uh, basically what to do and what to look for to edit that video without removing it, because the people who asked me to remove 2 people now wants a 3rd person removed, a friend of theirs. And Rayo. Rayo. Hello. Trying to get over here where I can get back, see where I can see the comments. There we go. Well, I took the whole video down and re-edited it and removed the two people, but there was a third one. When I edited, I saw the two people I knew were together. I didn't know there was a third person was with them. But yeah, but I was trying to be nice, and I'm trying to remove the third person. I don't know. They were nice about it, but I just feel like if you see people out there with YouTube signs, YouTube shirts on, a camera with a tripod with a selfie stick, most of the time extended to about right there, going, give me a yeehaw, uh, and like I told somebody, I usually clip out parts of it, like such as where I go, come on, I'll make you YouTube famous. Just because it would make the video so long, I just clip some of it. And sometimes you'll see the horse going this way, and then you'll see it coming here because I clipped out part of it. But what did they think I was doing? We got 2 YouTube channels right there, and telling people about them, and go over there and check it out. You'll be on tonight. That kind of stuff. We didn't realize, we didn't know. But this one is a friend of their daughters, who I've already took out. But I'm trying to be nice about it, and this, I was a little torn about whether or not to take the third one out or not, because first of all, it wasn't their kid. Second of all, they should have said there was 3 to start with. I knew of 2, and when I pulled up that time zone they were talking about, I recognized the 2 that were together. I knew they were together. But I didn't know. I didn't realize there was a third person that was with them riding horses. But I'm trying, and it told me when I edited it, it may be a couple of hours before it changes. So I'll wait and I'll see. And if it worked, it worked. Yeah. It's just 9:58. It's done been dark 4 hours. I'm going to have to change my whole schedule. I'm talking about I'm going to have to start getting up earlier and just going to bed at 6 o'clock. Oh, but man, you realize how early I have to eat anything now? I had to change my medicine routine to eat and take my medicines to make this work. They don't know what they're doing when they change this time. They're causing chaos here. Well, Peggy, that's what we were talking about on the phone earlier was, yeah, we're going to add something. We're going to do something because Christina will go live, you know, to try to get people to come down. She'll go live and film whoever's on the out there on the horse and go, come on down here, the maze, blah blah, wherever we're at, come on down here, having a lot of fun. Come down and join us. Come ride the ponies. Come run through the maze, whatever we're doing, and yeah, it's. I think that's what we're going to do. Although in reality, we don't have to. It's a public place, and there's nothing wrong with filming in the public. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I I I haven't. I have. I mean, it is so obvious. Out of all the ones I've done, I can only think of two people who said, "Oh no, I didn't do that. I didn't mean to do that." I can only think of two people that said, "Are you doing that for YouTube?" Yeah. uh, wow. What in the world is going on here? And they said, "Would you mind not putting the kids on there?" I said, "No problem." And while they were there, I go back and make sure I got them off. Uh, I don't know, Peggy. I went like that. I said two people, and I think that might have had something to do with it. I just went like that. I didn't do it on purpose. It's kind of like the thumbs up. Let's see. I went like that. Well, I can only think of two people. I don't know. But yeah, that's the only thing. That's the fun part. To me, I mean, I'm helping Christina, but that's that's the fun part of it is videoing and hollering with the kids. I, my computer just made a funny noise in there. Did y'all hear it? Don't know. Yeah, it's weird. People, I mean, in all honesty, the few seconds they're on there, they'd be on there and off of there so fast. Nobody, unless somebody's looking for them. Like I tell people, yeah, you know, the little ones, yeah. I said, cast it to your TV, and they'll think they're on TV. They'll see them on. They'll see themselves on TV, and they'll get a kick out of that and stuff like that. Uh, but all I did was that deal. I don't think I used both hands to do that. Shoot. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Okay. I didn't expect that neither. So, it's glitter. Confetti. Yeah, it wasn't balloons. And that's all I did a while ago was Neil, are you in the background doing that? Two thumbs up. That's the sparkle things. One set of two fingers. One. I don't know. The only one I ever done by accident before was the thumbs up. You do that sometimes, and sometimes it does it, sometimes it don't. We need to get your doctor in here, Neil, so she can learn some of these other ones. And what did I do a while ago? Did I do that? What did that was the graffiti, wasn't it? Oh, you gotta have them turned that way. How do they know which way it's turned? You know what I mean? Weird. Yeah, I gotta find me a new project now because all the other ones on my list I don't want to do. I guess the rest of your finger. Oh, like that, wasn't it? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Congratulations. Training guineas. Yeah. You want a guinea ride? You get to fly around the ring. Oh yeah, they're fast. Scott had such a hard time catching them. Catch a guinea. Catch a guinea. Yeah. It was. Yeah. Yeah. That's Are you on some kind of special diet or a homemade diet or? I fluctuate 10 pounds constantly, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, Neil. Some of us ain't that fortunate. Now, Scott's that way. That man can eat, or he used to when eh, when we were repossessing. We'd leave out. I'd wait for him to eat breakfast, and it wouldn't even be noon, and he'd be going, "You want to drive through the burger joint?" I gave up on diet. My diet. Well, I don't eat hardly anything. And Eric, the last time I lost any real weight that did, that wasn't in the fluctuation thing, was back before 2020. And the trainer at the gym, uh, he said, well, I'm exercising. I'm coming here doing all the exercise I can, and uh, I don't eat fried foods and uh, all that kind of stuff. And he says, "What'd you have for breakfast?" I said, "Water. I got me a bottle of water." I quit drinking cokes and drinks and stuff like that. I cut all kinds of stuff out and just cut it in. Uh, what'd you have for lunch? Well, I don't eat lunch. Oh, well, I'll eat something later on this evening. I'm not hungry, but I lost the the will to eat. The appetite wasn't there anymore. And he said, "Well, that's your problem. You got to start eating." I'm like, "Do what?" And he went back there and he wrote it out for me and told me how many calories per day I needed to absorb, eat. And well, I started weighing out food, and I said, "I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. You don't make no sense to me, but I'll give it a shot. You're telling me I got to eat more to lose weight, and I'm not losing weight by not eating." No, it's not the case. And I started following, and I forget, I had a chart and everything up on there on the refrigerator, the old refrigerator that I had in here. I had a chart up there and everything. Uh, and I was eating exactly the amount of calories intake he said. And I was like, dang, I can't go to the gym. I'm stuffed. I can't even hardly move. And it was more than I was used to eating. It's like I started to say a while ago. I'd wait for Scott to eat breakfast, and before 12 o'clock, he was ready to eat again. You want to go to the hamburger joint? You want to stop here and get something to eat? No, it's too early to eat, Scott. Dang. A little while later, he goes, you still ain't hungry? I said, no, not yet. I can't take it no more. I got to have something. And he'd go through some fast drive through and grab him something. He don't eat as much as he used to. But anyway, I started following the program. The calories he told me intake he wanted me to get per day, and sometimes that was hard to do, and because I was stuffed, but I'd be right there at it, or you know, sometimes a calorie or two more. But I started losing weight, and I was like, "Wow, there's something to this," you know. I used to get a Whopper meal with a large fry and a large drink. Habit, but all of a sudden I can't finish it now. Yeah. Uh, 110 pounds? Less than 110 pounds, Neil? Seriously? People wanted you to stand in front of their house on Halloween for a skeleton. That's no weight at all. I bet you stayed out of the wind, didn't you? They say the wind's going to be gusting 3 miles an hour today. Neil be going, give me something to hold on to. Help. Whataburger. Spicy bacon. Yeah. I hadn't been a Whataburger in a long time. We don't have Whataburgers around here that I know of. I don't remember seeing one. I know there's not one around here. Used to stop at them out in Texas. I think it was Texas Whataburger. Yeah, Texas, and just stop Whataburgers. Yeah. Well, I used to be all muscle one time. Been a long time ago. uh, I still got my 6 pack, but just something's in the way. Keep you from seeing it. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Chris. Yeah, that's Whataburger. I used to stop Whataburgers in Texas. There must be some down there near the Florida line. But let's see, what was it? Was it the Jack in the Box? Maybe that was out. That was mostly in out west. Well, way out west. Mostly in the northwest. That I can remember a lot of them. Huh. Water, Whataburger. I'm curious. Let's see what it tells me. Where's my closest Whataburger restaurant. $705 miles, 97. Oh, there's one 97 miles away. There's, oh, wait a minute. There's one just 76 miles away. Must be one in Birmingham somewhere. That's right, Eric. You speaking of that, I hadn't had my Lipton peach tea tonight. I had, oh man, I made me a pot of cabbage with some German sausage and some red potatoes, some onions, and oh man. And I got a big old thing full of it left. I probably got 3 more meals of it in there. I put some seasoning in it. In a box of mostly Texas. Yeah, I can't. I get them mixed up with Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box used to be mostly that I can remember was in the like northern part of California. That's where I remember seeing them. I'll tell you one thing. Burger King has a lot of Burger Kings. Uh, Remember all them Burger Kings when going to Florida? And all them little towns and everywhere you turn around, there's Burger King. And it was the same way up to Virginia when I went up in the mountains there. There was Burger King in the middle of nowhere. I started to think they must be related to the Dollar General store. In and out. Might be moving east. Uh, yeah, Burger King's done made it all the way to Neil. A lot of Burger Kings done. And I used to like Burger Kings back in the 70s and late 60s, early 70s, all through the 70s. It was in the mid 80s maybe. No, yeah, late 80s when they changed it all up. But a Whopper used to be a big old burger with a sesame seed bun and a real hamburger patty on it, and a tomato and onions and lettuce. I mean, it was a big old burger. You'd be trying to keep from dropping it. But now you can hold it with just 3 fingers. it's it's a world of difference from what it used to be. Now that was McDonald's. That's the Big Mac. The 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickle, onion on sesame seed bun. Yeah. Nobody'll never guess what the special sauce was. Yeah, but the Whopper shrunk, and then they came out with a Junior Whopper, which was no bigger than a little cheeseburger at McDonald's. The special sauce is a salad dressing, believe it or not. Y'all done got me wanting my tea. Pretty much. It's pretty close, Eric. I'm gonna look. I'm probably gonna let my StreamYard subscription run out first of next month, and wait for them to make me a better offer. I'm not going to pay them no $500 a year. 400 and something. I forget what it was. It was going on 500. Yeah. They said they changed some stuff up on it. Let's see. StreamYard subscriber renewal change. Yeah. Well, December the 1st, core plan will automatically renew at an annual price of $431.88. If I used it every day, I might pay that. No, they'll make a better offer, I'm sure. But I'm going to cancel it so they don't automatically. Uh, yeah, that don't make sense. I mean, I could do it, but I'm not doing it. As far as I know, the free version is still going to be there. But they're getting a little carried away. I'm not interested in more storage time. And that's the cheapest one. They got two other categories you could go into and pay more than that. That's what I saw was over 500. But yeah, they sent me that notice of about my upcoming renewal and what the core chart the core plan, the first one. Pre-recorded streams. Now you're gonna have 2 hours. You can do one for 2 hours. Now the next one's 4 hours, and the next one's 8 hours. For the other two plans. And another new thing they got dark mode is new, they say. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 new things on there. 4K at 2160p local recordings. I don't do all that. So I'll wait and see what the go back to the free part of it, and then if they $432 per year. Yeah, it was four. I mean, they told me exactly what they're going to bill me the 1st of December. $431.88. $432 a year. Yeah. Well, I didn't pay that much for this past year. Yeah, but that's the lowest level. $433 or $432. I started out on the free thing on it, and then I bought the subscription for the core. That's the first level, and that means that's gone up $300. The free one means you can still have up to 6 people. Oh, that's the free one can still do all that? See, that's basically all I need anyway. I ain't never had 6 people on. The only thing that would change. Yeah. Well, root beer float. A&W. I gotta quit looking at that one. Give me a headache. Meg! Yeah. I didn't know the others. What is going on? That's 2 lives that I have no notification of tonight. Have I been cut off from notifications or something? Yeah, Eric. They'll make me an offer eventually after I cancel. But yeah, I'm gonna wait till after the 15th of this month, And I've got my notes made written over there to remind me to do it. And I'm gonna cancel it because I paid them. I paid $96. Uh, that's weird, Neil. I mean, even if you don't get a notification, like they'll let me know. You see it on the home screen, or something. But I ain't even seen them on the home screen. I wonder if he's. I wonder if he finished that bathroom on the night. It's live. He's still working on that bathroom. Hmm. Yeah, I don't. I don't have no subscriptions to anything except for my uh, editing thing, which I like. But if they go up, I'll do them the same way. I can use the free one. I mean, there's one right there on YouTube that you can use. Yeah, I don't care about that. In fact, you have to turn it off yourself. I found the button by accident one day and cut the logo off. But I'm gonna. Now for the pumpkin spice blend. Yeah. Well, they said they'd get them in the mail. I've got a book out in the truck I need to get. Got a bird magazine. Uh, Came in the mail and Scott was looking at it and he goes, "You gotta look at this." Hey, Tina. There she is. Tina's there. She's the one that took over your job of packing all that stuff in that bag in the garbage can. uh, there's a yeah. Close that door. Meg, have you got snow now? Did somebody ask you that? I saw something about that. I miss my ride with Meg. She went to do her chores, to run her errands, and see, I'd have called dibs on the front seat to ride with her because I want to be able to reach over and step on the brake. Oh, so you didn't have to ride on the roof, Neil. We all had to climb in the back seat after the fact. Neil, I think we've just been left out of notifications today. I don't know. Neil's crazy. Well, I never did get a notification. Uh, I mean, I was busy yesterday. There's no way I could have been on live, but uh, I got what I never even saw. I never got a notification on me. I ain't getting notifications here for some reason. I just realizing this yesterday and today. I saw it after the fact this morning. Uh, in the game. Huh. Rest, I don't know what's going on. Did you get it or did Eric send it to you? Eric said he was hollering at you to let you know. Huh. Well, now I'm starting to feel special. Well, my phone's been rebooted. Well, it got rebooted twice yesterday. I had to. I run it completely out of juice. When you're up there where we're at, your phone does a lot of work in the background, and your battery goes pretty quick compared to being at home. Neil, I'm looking back here, and I was laughing about it a minute ago, but what kind of hat did you wear? Straw hat? Well, the last time somebody come around here trying to help, they ended up on a train. Hey, Sue. Thanks for dropping in. We just sitting around talking. It just doesn't. That'd be a big hat for him, wouldn't it? I want one of them. I want one of them like Horse Cartwright used to wear, you know. Great big old hat. Here's the one person. Tina's hunting somebody out. She's after somebody. It's 10 for 10 now, Tina. Oh, yeah. Horse Cartwright. Yeah, Neil, how about that? Something happened, didn't it? I put a thing out telling everybody you were going to be on here tonight, so that's why they all come running. Yeah, he definitely had a big hat. Yeah, I think I've probably seen them all too over the years. I used to buy the series of that stuff and riding around in the truck, waiting on a load or something. Just have something playing. That and the Rifleman. I had tons of the Rifleman. Who was you married to? Ben or little Joe? A horse. Peggy said something. You remember? See, I hope I don't get my episodes mixed up. But wasn't there one where he was going? He decided he was going to get married, and he was building a secret building a house. That's Ben. That's what I said, Ben. And I like to cook. Of course, I like anybody that can cook. The little Chinese dude, I can't remember his name. Hop Sing. Hop Sing. And he was building that house secret. Or was that Adam? Might have been Adam building that house. I can't remember now. But I think there's been a few. Him and Horace both had these. Something always happened, to the. Uh, to the bride to be. I know Adam had one time he fell madly in love with it, had something wrong with her that she was passing away. And yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what's been on? Yeah. Bonanza's been on the air for a long time. Was on the air for a long time. Cause they used to come on just before Red Skelton did. Here's the thing. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Now I like the Rifleman. That was a good one. And Branded. Remember Branded? Uh, yeah, 19. Yeah, I remember when it started coming out. Yeah, yeah. Mark was his. Mark, I'm getting pretty good here tonight. Usually my memory messes up really bad at night, but Mark was the rifleman's son's name. Branded. Yeah, they'd you know play that song and break his sword at the beginning of it, and I can't pull that one out of my hat, but I almost could hear that one. Uh, Rip his buttons off his jacket and everything. Neil, you can't remember the last time you forgot something. Like little Joe. Yeah, he was a little spitfire. You sit there and go, somebody need to get that boy by the hair of the head and make him hate himself. I always liked it. And I guess it was later on in the season where, you know, him and Hoss would always get into some kind of trouble together. Something that, what was it one time? Rabbits? Wasn't it rabbits? They started breeding rabbits together. Think of it, rabbits. uh, but they had tons of them. And the time little Joe wanted to enter the Hoss in the boxing match to be a fighter. Yeah, I think. Yeah, they overpopulated the ranch. Yeah, but they were always into something. That they kind it kind of went, part of the series kind of fell into that. The two of them were always up to something. And I said his name a while ago about getting married. Uh, the other guy, he was the one that was, he was the smart one, you know. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Adam, yeah. Thank you, Peggy. I said his name a while ago and I couldn't pull it back out of my hat. Adam was the, he'd be back there behind his dad going, you know. I'm going to get these things out of here. And seemed like one time they went, didn't they go into freight business together or something? I might be starting to get them all mixed together now. Yeah. Well, he was the most logical of the kids. It always made him look good when you put Little Joe and Horace together. I think they went into the freight business together one time. But I also know on Gunsmoke, uh, Festus went into the freight business with somebody. And he had a little girlfriend that her daddy was renting the mules and stealing the mules from. Yeah, on Gunsmoke. Yep. Mr. Dillon, Mr. Dillon. What was that? Chester. See, Chester had that limp. Mr. Dillon, you better get down there right away. What's going on? They tearing the place apart. Miss Kitty's place has been demolished. Yeah, but I really figured from the beginning, pretty much, they always, there was always something between her and the marshal, and I really figured they would end that somehow with the two of them leaving town together, and him, you know, uh, uh, going off. Yeah, I like Festus better too, but uh, they were. Chester was a character. I mean, he come running with that shotgun in a heartbeat. Festus and his mule. How did we get talking about these old things? I don't even know how we got on this conversation. Hey, but I feel kind of good because I was remembering quite a few of them. Uh, Usually at night, I'm sitting here, we're talking. Sometimes I'm having to work my brain trying to Yeah, his hat. Got it. Yeah. And well, I'd like to have one of his hats or a hat like it. So, yeah, one of the two. It's all Neil's fault. Yeah, but there was a lot of good episodes, and you don't find good TV like that no more. You know, I think when my sister was a little girl, I think it's when like the Brady Bunch came out and uh, things like that. Everything's always Neil's fault. Boy, Neil, the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That was something. That was something my sister was always wanting to watch. And that's why I knew she was young then. But I remember she was like the Brady. She wanted to watch the Brady Bunch. Neil says, "Ah, you can't blame me. I don't know nothing." And yeah, Brady Bunch was my sister's favorite. Any Western was mine. It didn't matter as long as it was a Western. Uh, my mama's favorite show was Lawrence Welk. Papa was the news. His was the news. He wanted to catch the news. But he usually watched Westerns with me. Uh, well, Grandma had to watch, she had to watch that Lawrence Welk show. Mm, them bubbles coming down. Now, that's the part I liked about it. I didn't care too much for the orchestra and all that in the younger days. But things changed. Now I like the orchestra. Now I'm ready to watch Lawrence Welk. Partridge Family. Yeah, that I don't know. That had to be the '70s, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I remember when they came on. I mean, uh, Mr. The Partridge Family, the Brady Bunch, uh, the Rifleman. I think I remember when the Rifleman first appeared. Uh, Now the soap operas. My mom was Dark Shadows, Barnabas Collins. he didn't bother to go over to her house to talk to her about anything when that was on. I think I've got all the Rifleman shows on CDs. Yeah. Eric, remember the one where I can't remember the sheriff's name, the old guy. The Rifleman was always had his back. Uh, Lucas always had his back. Uh, 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 you remember when he? You remember when he got uh, that woman came to town and said it was they were married. Lucas had to get him out of that one. Had to go hunt the guy down that looked just like him. He done moved in with her up there. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I think I was working on the subs uh, back then. But yeah. You remember that one? uh, I always thought that was one of the funniest ones. Um, yeah, when Dark Shadows was on, if you needed to talk to my mom, you needed to come before or after, because she had a series uh, of soap operas that she watched, and she could let you interrupt any one of them you wanted to, except for Dark Shadows. Lucas found him. Now he found him in a bar. Uh, he might have went to jail, but he found him in a bar originally. Yeah. Uh, yeah, because he went in there and he was sitting in the saloon. Call it a bar. It was a saloon. Sitting in the saloon. I think he was playing cards when he went in there. Uh, I was trying to remember the sheriff's name. I can't remember. Uh, I can still. Okay, Sue, it's been a long day, long night here for me. It got dark too early. Micah, that's right. Uh, but you have a blessed night, Sue. Glad you stopped in. Yeah. And then there was one where that guy was sent there by somebody from another town. Had something to do with railroad, how the railroad was going to run. You remember that one, Eric? You watch it every day. But I was out and I couldn't fit. uh, I don't remember the mail order, but somebody. I don't remember that one. That one's not quite hitting me like Neil does. uh, but the guy worked. He was being hired by another town to get the railroad there, and he came to their town, and the rifleman was Lucas was accused of having something to do with some killer or something that had passed away and sent him an inheritance, and he kind of took his place. Just didn't work out. It didn't work out for him, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, Micah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember him now. But that guy run out of the one I was thinking about, the railroad guy. He found out that the rifleman come up with proof that he wasn't friends of his, and was going to go to town to get them to change their mind and make him the representative. And the rifleman turned around on him with that rifle. He was going to shoot him in the back. That's what he was going to do. Told him he talked too much, and so he shot every one of the pegs out of the back of the chair, so he cut you in half with it. Yeah, the excuse me, old sheriff was there was a few times he was not going to be the sheriff no more. It's kind of funny. Every time he left town, Lucas took his place to look after things or whatever. There was always some kind of problem. Holy. Can you believe it's after 11 o'clock? Right, that was a. Yeah, I know. Y'all behind the times. Once you cross this Alabama line, everybody west just keeps falling further and further behind in the time. Hmm. It's yeah, I gotta find me a new project. I think what I'm gonna do, I got this. I got a stream of lights. It's like on that over the TV there, that in front of the TV that we put up there years ago. I think I'm gonna take them down and put one of these lights up there. Uh, I got I got a one that changes sequences of light. You can make it dim, you can make it dark, a little darker, you can make it real bright. I think it'll be perfect for that spot. And I've got the front bedroom there's got a light I don't like in it, a ceiling light, and I think I'll do the same thing. Did it come back on its own? I lost my internet. Internet went out. I know. StreamYard heard me talking about canceling, so they're trying to knock me out. Yeah. Well, I had my internet went out. It quit working. That was weird. It said move.
Motion detected in the front yard.
Did it come back on its own? I lost my internet. It's coming back on now. Settings. Yeah, my internet dropped off for some reason, and came back. Well, I went to I left the internet, the Wi-Fi. I left it to come back on, and then it's came back on since then. So that was weird. Yeah, I threw a lasso out there and caught it and drug it back in here. But that's says it's reconnected, so hopefully it did on the tablet too. Now I'm way behind. Now what's on my phone is way behind. Yeah, that was it. Hey, now there was something I was going to draw y'all's attention to. What was it? Let me think a minute. My Pillow. You remember us last time I was on live, we talked about what happened to used to advertise the 1999 and all that, and then My Pillow thing was on there. Ever since we had that conversation, do y'all remember it? Talking about the internet, yeah. ever since then, I'm telling you, we're being watched. I'm telling you, they're listening. I'm telling you, they know what we do. They are watching us. I'm telling you, they are watching us. And it's not just here, it's on the TV too. Uh, but ever since then, I have been getting emails galore. Every day, I get sales things from him now all of a sudden, every day. Yeah. Well, yeah, but them people in the background need to step forward and quit hiding behind the bushes. Uh, but yeah, I'm getting. I mean, it never fails. Every morning. Now this morning I deleted them. Let's see if I got any new ones since this morning. No, no, no new ones. But I've been getting these pillow specials and everything ever since then. I thought because I like the next day, and I was like, well, that's funny. We were just talking about that last night, and I've been getting them constantly ever since. I've never ordered anything from him. Yeah, yeah. Now they'll be trying to sell me. Now this is gonna be crazy if it happens. If I do, I'm gonna save it, show it to you. They're gonna try to sell me a TV station that just does oldies like Gunsmoke, Rifleman. Yeah. Uh, yeah. My pillow, your pillow, everybody's pillow is on my email. Yeah, they have a special sale going on apparently, and they. But I just thought that was weird. But that's not the only thing that's happened. Uh, Other stuff. Click on something and not uh, just read the topic of it or something about what it's about, and they say, "I'm not interested." And click off of it, then all of a sudden you're getting flooded with that kind of similar stuff. Uh, I'm not clear. I ain't clicked on nothing. I just see the emails I'm getting. I'm just deleting. I'm not even opening them. But you can tell, special, and it had $9.99 or $19.99 or whatever, or special 2 for the parts you can read of it when it comes up on your screen. Yeah. Oh, I watched Brandon's video this afternoon about the video about where he saw socks, found socks over there. Uh, it's hard to watch sad videos. I guarantee you they cut some of that video out. Uh, that's hard to. Hard to do. But he was talking about he glad he didn't have to call the vet. He couldn't do it. And I was that way with my cat. That I didn't like cats, but I had over 22 years. Uh, I had just not months, just months before, had to go to the vet. And had to put my dog down, and that was hard. And then Coco, a few months later, losing her, and I just thought, man, I'm not gonna let her suffer. But Lord, I don't want to take her to the vet. I can't do another one. Let her, please. In fact, my girlfriend, me and her was talking, and I said, I just asked the Lord to, let her pass on her own, not to have to take her and do it. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. I just can't bear another one. And next morning, she was gone. She went on her own. But I wasn't gonna let her suffer, and she was having a hard time. I remember the first go round though, just a few years before that, when I thought she was going to be gone, and she didn't. The cat that never moved, the cat that was you having to put the water to her and the food underneath her mouth, and it's just a matter of days. And I called the dog. He was alive then, and I called him over. I said, "Come here, come here, come here, dude." And the cat was, you think this cat ain't got no chance. And I said, let's pray for Coco. Come here. He put his head on my leg, laid his jaw up on my leg, and we asked the Lord not to let her suffer. And next morning, the cat who had been laying for 2 days, not moving, got up and was running across the porch, and did fine for another 2 years, just out of nowhere. I was like, that was the cat. Wait a minute, that was Coco. I was like, but I had really thought that was the end. But she couldn't handle that last one. That's 2 years later. I lost 2020. I lost my dog, lost my cat, lost my sister, all in 2020. But yeah, but just a couple years before that, uh, I thought she was gone then, but when she was 20 years old, and I put her back in a little box there, and she hadn't moved in 2 days, and you know, drinking very little, and you had to do the same thing I did when we did lose her. And I picked her up, and was holding her, poor Coco, and told the dog, "Come here, and let's pray for Coco not to suffer." Next morning, I'm gonna go out and check on her, and at first I didn't. The cat run across the porch, and I'm like, "What's she doing?" Wait a minute, that's Coco. Wait a minute, let me look in the box, make sure it's her. You know, she wasn't there. She was running around 2 more years. Uh, I wouldn't have any pets I had. Well, I mean, you think about it, 22 years, and I didn't like cats. And I think I've told y'all this before. I did not like cats. If they was fine if they were outside running the fields and wherever, down in the barn, that was fine with me. But it wasn't a cat. My son wanted a cat, Uh, and yeah, I think I think when I started watching you, Meg, you had a dog, and if I remember right, uh, you were trying to make a little fence area or something to keep him for him to go outside in or something. But no, I didn't like cats, and I told my son, "Fine, okay, I'm gonna let you have this cat. I'm gonna go pick one out, but it's your cat. Keep that cat away from me." Uh, yeah, and that kitten, it knew I didn't like it. That's why it was constantly insisting to lay in my chair in my lap. And I take that cat and go, here's your cat. Get your cat. Here, take your cat. Get your cat. I don't want your cat up here. That cat worried me to death to wore me down. And I said, fine, just lay there and be quiet. And that cat laid lay right beside my leg in the chair between the arm and just lay there. And but 22 years. It was hard to lose her. It was hard to lose Duke too, but I had him 7 years. But but lose them all. Dog, cat, sister, all three in the same year. Yes, seemed like, let's see, about every 3 months. 1, 2, 3. And turning the Wi-Fi off. I turned the Wi-Fi off. Am I back? Yeah, the internet fell again. Yeah, the internet went out again. I just turned the Wi-Fi completely off. Just turn it. See, it's weird because it's saying I got it's working. But as soon as I turned it off, I got it back. Same way here. So, oh, but now I don't want a cat in the house. But we've got two that run around here, and one at the barn, and yeah, we got one that I don't know what happened to. But now the most amazing cat we got is Barney down there at the barn. Uh, these other cats are funny to watch. They'll hunt the fields and stuff. But Barney keeps the barn cleaned out. Uh, yeah, maybe it must be in the twilight something. But Barney was a wildcat, a feral. You couldn't touch this cat. You couldn't even. We had to trap that cat. They had to be trapped to be caught. Uh, it stayed in a cage down at the barn, and we were feeding it and everything down there in the cage. Finally thought, well, it's been long enough. Yeah. Turn it loose. Yeah. And set some food and stuff out there for it, and it never went nowhere. There was two of them actually, but one of them finally just decided to go somewhere. But Barney stayed, but you didn't pet Barney. No. And I give Scott the credit for that. Scott worked with that cat. Would go in there every day, and every time he went down toward the barn, he would go down there and try to pet this cat and get it to eat out of his hand or something. And now that cat just said, "Okay, you keep feeding me, you can pet me. And by the way, don't complain if I scratch you, because I'm going to want to paw at you and ask you for something." Wants food and to be rubbed. Got to be both. You got to do both. If you feed that cat, and when it gets finished eating, it'll come. If you're still down there, it'll come back up there and paw at you. It'll wait for you to come in and out the door and get on the barrel up there and paw at you, because it wants you to rub it. You got to rub him back on the back of his neck and everything else. Then he's happy. He go on. Excuse me. Yeah. I hear you, Neil. And Barney down there's got me a few times, but I've pretty much got him figured out now. Uh, I touch him right away, or either make sure I keep my distance from him, because that's all he wants. He wants you to rub his neck. He wants you to rub him. I've took both hands and rubbed him like that, and got it behind his ears and stuff, and kind of forceful, just to rub and give him a good rubbing. And he's like, yeah, yeah, massage time. uh, but he's hit me on the arm. He's hit me on the shoulder. He even hit me in the head one time. I was like, doggone it. And, but if you rub him and feed him, he'll leave you alone. He'll hang around. He'll follow you all around the barn and everything. He's happy. But to be so feral, so wild. I mean, you pin that cat up in the corner, he'd be like, But he finally come around. Like I said, I give Scott the credit for that, because I never mess with him. I just leave him alone. Scott goes, "Oh no, you can pet him." I said, "Yeah, right." Sure enough. Well, yeah, that might be one of my projects tomorrow. I need to go check and see if that changed that video. No, he don't. And being fair on top of that, I mean, none of these cats do. The dog don't. None of these cats bother the chickens. they'll get down there and hunt that field for mice and everything else, and chickens running all around them. And all they're waiting on is to see a mouse. Oh, I've got my notes put up here. I'm not going to do it till the 15th. I'm paid up until the 1st of December, so I'm going to do it in the middle of the month, so I can go give it 2 weeks to go through. See how it comes out. I almost hit it yesterday, or day before yesterday. Yeah, the unsubscribe button. But I said, no, I've got the rest of this month. Let me make some notes so I'll remember to do it. But yeah. Yeah, I think I want to do those lights tomorrow. Need to get them lights changed. But you got to unsubscribe from your subscription to where they don't charge you. That's the only choice you have down there, Neil. I done looked at it. There's nothing else you can do. I checked it out, and the only option it has down there is, I guess it's unsubscribe from the subscription. I don't think it's unsubscribed from StreamYard itself. It's just from being charged. There's nothing to downgrade. I'm on the lowest policy except for nope. There's no options. That's why. It just tells me they're gonna bill me or unsubscribe. So I hope they ain't doing away with the free one. But they're not. I'll get it figured out. But I'm gonna go check this video on the big computer over here and see if it did what it said it was going to do, and see if I accomplished that right. And go from there. I might take the video down if it didn't. I hope everybody got to watch it. I done switched it over to, you had to have the link to go to it already. How to change it over while I was working on it. But anyway, God bless. Good night, Tina. Y'all keep smiling. You got a reason to. Does anybody know what that reason is? Yeah, Neil got to watch it twice. Jesus loves you. Good night, y'all.